What's up, RAF gang? It's RAF in the RAF Cave. Welcome back to another video. Now, guys, I made an unboxing video, like a preview video. This thing we're talking about is the new SofaBaton U3. This is a budget-friendly, hybrid, quality, universal remote, and it does really, really good things. So I'm going to show you a few things about this one and just talk a little about the features and how this one sets itself apart from the U2 series, which came out a bit ago. This is the remote control right here, guys. It is all black, which is great. We got a nice color screen there with illuminated buttons. So they do light up in the dark, and they are rubberized buttons too. Very snappy, clicky rubber buttons, not the plastic hard buttons that the previous remote. So this is a little more comfortable to touch and to click on the different buttons on the remote. So that's very, very good. Let's just go over a few things, but this right off the bat, guys, take advantage of the pre-sale. You're going to get $30 off, 30 to $40 off actually, if you purchase this before May 28th, I believe, is when the sale ends. You get it for $100, and you get the free charging dock underneath it sent to you with it. So take advantage of it. $100, $99.99. You get it discounted and a free charging dock to place it on, so you have to worry about charging it with the cord anymore. So take advantage. Link in the description below, of course. So that being said, guys, let's talk a little about this remote. I've had them for years now. I'm currently using the higher end model, the X2. Made a video about that one. That is my de facto. But if that one might be a little high powered and too much for a lot of people, this one is a very, very good alternative to have a sleek design and amazing technology with this remote to make it a little bit simpler to condense all your different remotes on your table to just one, right? That's all you need. So I'll go over a few things. This one's going to have one-touch shortcuts called macros. So if you want to create a macro, there's a little button here, a little like a lightning bolt button here. So you press that, it'll give you a macro. And what that allows you to do is to customize in the app. There's a SofaBaton app you download on your phone. You can check off certain commands from multiple devices to do what you want. So say if you want to turn on your TV, your stereo, and your Blu-ray player, you could just say watch a movie, click that, it'll turn on your TV, your Blu-ray player, and your sound bar or sound system, all with the click of a macro button. So that's really cool that you can design yourself in the remote, in the app itself that transfers to the remote. So I'll show you all that stuff later on in the video. I just want to go over the good points about this, and then I'll show you the how-to kind of thing at the end. So yeah, that's the global macros. You got a specialized button for that. Talk about the Bluetooth capabilities of the remote. A lot of times remote controls only give you one device to control for Bluetooth. This one gives you up to 3, which is great. So you always have multiple Bluetooth devices you can control with one remote, which is great. That reduces latency and reduces delays because it's got to turn off one Bluetooth device, then go on to the other Bluetooth device. But no. You get up to 3 with this one. So that's very cool. They've upgraded that as well. I want to talk about the Air Mouse capabilities and Google Voice. This has an Air Mouse button on the side. So if you have a specific Google device that's Bluetooth, you can press this little mouse button here, and you can actually wave the mouse around your screen to click on something, which is nice, versus up, down, left, right. With the buttons, you just kind of move your remote and click. I'll show you that as well. And you also get Google Voice, little microphone button here, so you can just talk to it. You hold it down and say what you want to watch or say what app you want to go to or whatnot. So that's really cool. So a couple nice additions to the U3. The advanced IR signal extension, which is great. Now, even though this has really great IR flashers in the top here where you can control your devices, what if you have devices behind a cabinet or around the corner at an awkward angle? Now, that's when you can purchase the IR extension. Now, this little guy here, you basically can put on a table somewhere or put inside your cabinet, and it basically extends the sensor from the main remote to here and then keeps flashing. So around the corner, in a cabinet, somewhere out of the way, that can control your devices from here remote. So that's really great for an IR extension, this little globe deal here. So that's really nice. So that very good, cool stuff. This also has RF capabilities. So if you have an RF device, such as a ceiling fan or like blinds, remote blinds somewhere that's RF capable, this does have RF features as well. So you can program those in the remote. And it's all in the app. It's all in the Android or Apple app to add RF devices, which is really cool. Another great feature about this is the wake to turn on feature. So if you're to lay this on a table or your desk or your armrest next to you, it'll turn off in as little as 10 seconds or as high as 30 seconds. And you adjust that in the app itself. By the way, there is a settings button. It's a little gear icon on the top. At the very top of the screen, there's a little gear icon. You use the wheel, select, and that brings you to a bunch of settings of the remote. And that's to lengthen the turn off time, the Bluetooth feature, the wake to lift feature, all of that stuff. Language, brightness, a lot of good features there. Language, device info, all that good stuff is all in the settings built in. So a very nice feature to wake it up, and it'll turn on automatically. It lights up the buttons. So that's really nice. So great features, guys, at an amazing price, only $99 right now. So take advantage of the pre-sale, the early bird special, and save that $30 and get that free charging dock. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to go to some video footage of how to program the remote through the app and a little demonstration of it. And I'll be right back to close the video and say, hey, it's a dang good remote for the price. So get it while you can. All right, let's check out that video right now. All right, guys, let's go into the learning portion of this review. Basically, I want to program this HDMI switch to the SofaBaton U3. I have the original remote right here for the switch. I have 7 different ports and a power button. So if I want to add this device, we go to the plus signal, infrared, and I'll try searching first, right? So all it gives me here is a Q13 name. So I'll go into the brand here, and I'll go Q13. And if I don't see the model number, then I can start learning, right, off the original remote. So it says right here, start learning. So then we get a general category here of the device. I'm going to say HDMI switch. And then basically we want to learn the power button. So once I do that, then it puts the remote into pairing mode. And it says you want to keep it about, 3 inches apart. So like that. And I'm going to press the button that I want to learn, and that's the power button right here. All right, so it looks like it learned right there. And you can test it or edit it later. So then I go down to the other buttons that I want to program, and I have the number keys here. And since I have 7 different inputs, I can learn all 7 inputs here. All right, so I'm going to do just the one for now. Okay. About 2 to 3 inches. Press number 1. And there we go. We learned, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do all 7. I'll be right back. All right, so I have all 7 loaded or learned. I'm going to go next. And I'm going to make sure I'm connecting to my remote. I named it RAFCAVE U3. So make sure you select the remote that you want to program it to, and then go to next. And then you can name this device HDMI switch. And then you can select the color. I'm going purple. And I'll say it's, of the predetermined logos here, I'll just go this little box right here. All right. And there you go. So you got the name, you got the color of the icon, you got the icon, and the remote control that you're going to use, which is the U3. And so complete it. And now it's going to download. Complete. And then we go on the remote, and I can use the wheel and go down, and there's my HDMI switch. Click the wheel in, and then let's see if we have power. We got power, and then I want to go to HDMI 1. So then 1, and there we go, 1. So that's how you do learning from the original remote of your device through the app, learning onto the remote. Use the wheel to go down to the device, click in once, and then of course you'll have the 1 through 7 that I programmed on the remote. And then of course you can program any button you want to do whatever you want through the app, which is awesome. So pretty cool remote, guys. It's very simple once you get the app going, and you just get all your devices plugged in here. It's a great, great, low cost, high quality SofaBaton remote. Get yours today. Okay, guys, let's work on the Bluetooth adding of your devices here for the SofaBaton U3. So if you have a Bluetooth device and you want to add it, so for instance, for me, I'm going to have the Google TV, which uses Bluetooth for their remote. So with the app, basically what you want to do, of course, you want to go to the plus to add a device, and then you would go to Bluetooth. And for right now, it's going to give you about 23 pre-programmed Bluetooth devices. So you kind of look for the closest device that matches the Bluetooth device that you have. So for me, I'm just going to add Chromecast here. So with Chromecast, it's very similar to the Google TV. So I would name it Google TV, change the icon, and we're in control mode right here. So then you would go complete. But basically, when you go to your Google device or Bluetooth device, you want to go to the settings of that device and go down to remotes and accessories. And what you want to do is you want to pair that. So for me right now, I already have the SofaBaton U3 connected, but I also have the X2 as well. But basically, you just pair, select pair, and it's going to search for accessories. You're in the searching function of this. You'll see it appear on your list as SofaBaton, and then you add it. Then once that's in, the app will say it's been paired and controlled. And then for me, I already have it loaded in as Google. What's very cool about the Google TV is that you can use the infrared or the wireless mouse. You'll make a little clicky sound, and then this will allow you to use the air mouse on your Google Bluetooth devices, which is awesome. And then it'll also give you the voice command here. So if you want to use the voice control, show weather in Minneapolis.
Currently in Minneapolis, it's 55 degrees with light rain.
And there you go. That's your voice control.
With a forecasted high of 63 and a low of 51.
You just go in the back button here. So yeah, that's how you add Bluetooth devices, and then you can use the voice and the air mouse if you want as well. So yeah, the remote is great. So that's the Bluetooth learning on your device. And as far as the infrared go, it's very easy for infrared remotes. So basically, let's say you have a Blu-ray player, right? A Blu-ray player. Basically, hit the plus icon and you go infrared, and you can either learn like we demonstrated already, or you can search in the database. And there's hundreds of thousands of devices and brands you can add. But if you just type in LG, you'll get LG here. And then from here, you just type in the model number of your device, and it'll give you a list. And you just click on that device, and it'll go ahead and add that device into your remote. It's very, very simple. It's all based on the app. And then you'll get a device on your list. It's very, very simple. And you can rename it. You can change the color of the icon, change the icon. You can customize or edit the buttons. Very simple by just pressing this little pencil here. And then you can either move, like you can move the device up and down according to your priority preference, or you just click the icon here of your device, and you can add or fix commands, or you can customize remote buttons. And these are the remote buttons here. So you can customize each of these buttons to do whatever you want in the app of that device, right? Very, very cool. And you need to go back when you're all done. Now, the thing is with this remote, you do have macros. So macros basically gives you an option of adding specific commands to do all at one time. So if you wanted to turn on your lights, turn on your TV at the same time, you can make a macro for that. So basically you just hit the plus and it'll add step. And then you select your device and we'll just say like, you know, my TV, and the command would be like power. So then I'll add like a power command. So you just scroll down to power, and then you confirm if sometimes remote you have to hold the button down, or sometimes you just press it. You can select click or hold. So mine just click. And then I want to confirm it. So there you go. You add one of the macro commands of power. And then the next step I want to do is I want to turn on my my Sony receiver. Okay, so I'm going to find the power. Let's say turn on. Then we'll confirm. And you can set the delay as well. So if you want that command to delay a few seconds or whatnot, you can totally do that. And then the final command would be my Google TV. I want to turn that on. So then we'll go down to the power. There's the power. Confirm. And we'll set that another delay, say a second. All right, so I have the LG power turning on, the receiver turning on, and the Google TV turning on. And if you can keep adding if you want. So you can test it out. And it already turned my TV off. So there's that. So then you go next here. And let's see. Select device to control after macro ones. No change. Stay on current device. So I'm just going to go next. And then you want to name this. I'm going to say turn on Google. All right, so turn on Google TV. And of course, I always have purple. And I make it a little TV icon, confirm, and then they're complete. So there is my first macro, turn on Google TV. So if I turn off the receiver here. All right, so the normal device list is here, but if I go to this button here for macros, there's my macro right there, turn on Google TV. And then I click the wheel icon in, click. And there's my receiver turning on. There's the TV turning on. And there's Google. See? So that is what's called a macro, that you can add and add as many macros as you want to do whatever commands you want to do. It's very, very cool. All right, guys. So hope you enjoyed that demonstration of the brand new SofaBaton U3 remote, smart remote. And it's a great value for the price, especially you early bird adopters. You have about 5 or 6 days left. Go ahead and click the link in the description below and get yourself a $30 discount and a free charging dock for this remote. that you can enjoy yourself. So thanks for watching this video, guys. I appreciate it. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're not, and enjoy your new remote when you get it. Home theater rules. Raf out. See ya.